Let's train our focus today. Let's practice that which is truly the currency of this reality, which is attention, which is focus. Because wherever attention goes, energy flows. Depending on where you spend most of your attention, where you spend your attention, this is also why they call it pay attention, because it's truly the currency. So depending on where you invest your attention, your focus, your precious free will, your awareness, your I amness in a sense, this will dictate your reality. So this is why if we train our attention, our focus, we can greatly transform our reality, because now we're in control of that resource, of that free will, of that awareness, which dictates everything. So this is why I want to offer up today a simple practice on how you can train your focus, train your attention, and how you can become a conscious creator instead of being unconsciously slapped about and whipped about by your thoughts and all the impulses from the world, because they try and tempt you every day, like, hey, pay attention here, look at this, drama, news, gossip, fear, jealousy, comparing, all of these things. But none of those are truly in resonance with your I am and your X nature. And this is why the practice of today that I recommend is getting out your phone, downloading an app or finding a timer. I recommend the app Insight Timer, because it has like a nice little gong at the end. And also you can see the time. Your phone screen doesn't go on lock. So you can stay present with the time. And my recommendation with this practice is to start with 1 minute, where you put on your timer 1 minute. And before you start, you set a clear intention. All right, my intention for this 1 minute is to pay attention only to this state of being, to this vibration, to my X. And then you will notice as the countdown starts, as your intention is clear, your mind immediately will start drifting off. Maybe you have a few seconds where you affirm to yourself, this is how I do it, where I just start, okay, the timer goes, and pretty much every second I'm like, okay, I'm tuning into my X, that frequency. I'm going a little bit more subtle, but sometimes I'm using words to describe it. So I'm saying like love, light, bliss, essence, truth, freedom, power, presence, truth, resonance. And then by doing sort of a freestyle, I'm tapping deeper into that vibration. I'm honing in on it more. I'm becoming pure. I'm becoming more subtle. And sometimes the words disappear, and it's just staying present with that vibration and going deeper into that, sort of penetrating or surrendering into it. And then maybe sometimes a thought or an idea or anything comes. And then it's all about just staying true, coming back to your practice. And you start with 1 minute. And if you do it with intensity, with a real desire to stay true, to not just do it flimsily, like, oh, no. But you really hone in, like, okay, for 1 minute of my day, 1 minute, I'm honing in on what I'm saying that I'm all about, on what I'm saying that I want to bring into the world. 1 minute of devotion in your day, which you completely give yourself to this love and this light and this particular favor, this unique signature to your soul, to highlight that, to actually get clear, to be able to recognize that fragrance of your own soul. So you can also start to isolate it. And you can, while you're being bombarded throughout the day and in your phone and all of these distractions, you can more clearly identify your North Star. And so when you have a North Star, when you have a true North, then you can actually course correct. But you need a course to course correct. Of course not. So this is why this practice is so powerful, because even fundamentally, everything relies on free will, on choice, where you choose to put your attention. And how consistent, how truthful you are in putting your attention there. All the successful people or the masters, those were the beings that were able to keep their attention long enough on truth, on awareness, on that which actually is, on, you could say, the Tao, or whatever label you want to place on it. Maybe like the Buddha, for example, like what is the truth? What is the source? What is reality? And they were able to gather their will, their attention long enough to hone in on what that actually is, until the point where it became their reality. And this is what we're doing here as well, starting small with just focusing on like, what is your calling? What is your unique fragrance? What is your frequency? And then starting to tune into that, longer and longer periods. At the moment, for me, the practice that I'm doing is 20 minutes with some other friends of mine every day, where we hone in on, okay, what is actually this frequency that I want to bring into the world? What is this vibration? What is this game? What am I staying true to? What is my essence? What is my purpose? What is my goal in that sense? But for me, it also helps to do short moments for like 1 or 2 minutes. And in those short moments, I actually look at the timer, because I think the timing of like 1 second is like perfect to like choose every second. Love, light, bliss, joy, expansion, service, generosity, luminosity, ease, surrender, peace. And just by doing that, just by dropping those nuggets, maybe in the beginning you're like, I don't notice any difference, I'm just saying some words. But then after 1 minute, you start feeling it and you start getting a sense for it, for like the vibrational energy. And this is how you become a more masterful at this art of staying true. It's about cutting through all of these illusions, through all of this scatteredness, and honing in on what is actually important to you, and then putting your money where your mouth is, actually placing all your attention there. Okay, you say you're all about love, you're all about light, you want to be the change that you want to see in the world, you want to spread joy and happiness. All right, put all your attention, put all your faith there. And notice also, in a non-judgmental way, how quickly your mind sways, how quickly you get distracted. Like, hey, look over there. But then use that as fuel to course correct even more, like to amp up your desire. Like, no, I want to be a creator. I don't want to be an unconscious victim of my thought. I want to be able to choose my expression. I want to be able to choose my vibration regardless of the circumstance I find myself in. I want to be able to choose what I want to radiate, what I want to emit as a vibrational being in any situation. This is true power. This is true confidence. When you can walk into any room and you can set the tone, you can share the vibration that you want to share, regardless of who is there, regardless if you're walking into a war zone, you can still choose the state of being that you wish to emit. This is when true free will, true power gets activated. And this is what we're actually all working towards. But everyone in this world is being taught to be, in a sense, passive, mediocre, weak, or like snowflakey, instead of being actually able to cut through it. What is true? Who am I? What do I wish to express? What do I want? What do I want to share? Share that. Become responsible, because you are responsible how you feel. And it feels like sort of when we allow all of these thoughts to come to us, oh, we're a victim, oh, this pattern, oh, this downward spiral. But you forget that you have the ability to respond how you wish. You don't have to react and automatically, oh no, poor me, all of these things. If that happens, also totally fine. Let it be exactly as it is. But at some point you want to spark some power, some conviction, and become more responsible in that sense, in your ability to respond to whatever arises, and respond to that from a truthful, aware, clear, direct space, where you're not reacting toward it unconsciously, but you're actually choosing a new vibration, setting a new bar. And by doing that, you're helping uplift the consciousness of humanity. And this can become so fun if you start practicing this more, because you need some momentum in the beginning. You're like, oh, I don't get what's the big deal. Choose who you want yourself to be. Decide. You have the power right now to choose what you want to express. Express that. Do not let any grass grow over the lawn. Like, keep it short, keep it to the point, keep it precise. Do not get distracted. All of these thoughts say, no, 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 not interested. Shh, shut up. The only thing I want to listen to, the only thing I want to pay attention to is that which actually is the I am nature, always already complete. And by extension, the vibration that most aligns me with the unity, with the oneness of all that there is. And that is the only game I want to play. It's actually the only game in town. It's actually the only thing that makes sense to your soul. All else is a waste of time. All else is a distraction. So get with the program. Get with your own blueprint. Activate it. Spend some time every day slowly building up. Setting that timer. All right, now for 20 minutes, all I'm going to do is focus on this. No distractions. And if distractions come up, it doesn't matter. It's just about returning back to it until you get a feel for it. Until you feel that subtle art of staying true, flowing through you. And no matter what appears, you are a responsible creator and you choose your truth. You choose to stay true in every situation. This is the choice. You are never a victim. You're always at the source, at the root of any experience. This is your power. Go more subtle, go more deep, train your focus, hone in on what it is that you actually want to pay attention to, and then pay attention to that until that becomes all that you see. This is the game. This is what you want to activate for yourself. This is how to become a conscious creator, a true IMX being, a new way of living, where this life truly turns into a fairy tale, because you're not afraid anymore. You know that no matter what, you can choose how you want to feel, what you want to admit, what you want to radiate. And that is your gift, that is your free will, that is your privilege to choose what creation is like, to choose the frequency that you want to paint with. Take on this mantle, take on this responsibility in a light-hearted way. You are the creator. You get to choose, you get to decide. Choose consciously and start practicing until nothing can sway you anymore, until you're solid, your back is straight, and you rest as you've always have been, an infinitely powerful creator. Please drop down in the comments below, set your intentions, reflect on the practice, see what works for you. Just have another few small tips when you do this practice, when you set time aside to practice your free will or to train your attention. You can choose a couple of things. You can either look at the time, which I really recommend because it really makes you consciously aware of how fast you drift, and it just keeps you on point, like a watch that's always on time, like this, God, love, light, nothing else, every second. But maybe in the beginning you want to experiment a little. You can also choose to focus on like little statues that you have, where I have this one, and this one is just, for me, is such a perfect one. It's like, shh, nothing else, shut up, shut everything up, accept your awareness that you are, that you exist, and allow from that existence naturally for your expression to flow freely. So this could also be where you, for like 1 minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, and I invite you to challenge yourself in this 20 minutes, half an hour, even an hour, to truly only learn to focus on that which you want. And it could be anything. It could be a drawing as well. A dear friend of mine, if you're watching, Angelica, hi, once made like this drawing for me of like the IMX logo and like a different version of it. And just by looking at this, to me, this just symbolizes my own alignment, my own truth. So it's an inspiring image. And the more time I focus on it, the more I feel like, okay, I'm embodying it. So you could do this maybe with your teacher or anyone else you look up to. You could even generate images on ChatGPT or find them online. I feel like for me there's also power at like just looking at a black hole, like everything being sucked away until there's just like sort of the black hole, the I am, and the X, the radiation, the emanation of your soul around it. And you can be creative with this, but you want to hone in on what is my most selfless, my most loving expression, and make a point out of prioritizing that. Like when you wake up this morning, it's immediately clear, like this is the priority today, is to serve this selfless, impersonal vibration that I came here to share. I came here to share the love and the light of Source, to be a beacon of light so others can use this light to shine it on themselves and find their own light, find their own truth. This is the only reason why I'm here. So naturally, all of my attention should be focused on this, because it's my only reason for being here. And you also have like a singular desire, intention, vector that is your desire for being here. And this is the goal of IMX, of staying true, to get all of your free will, all of your attention, and invest it in that. And for that, sometimes we also need to clean up some things in the subconscious where there's like frozen free will, where there's like certain programs that keep you from truly stepping into your power, truly owning your free will, your ability as a creator to manifest whatever you want. But that will naturally happen as you step more into power, as you start focusing more on the light and the love. It will automatically illuminate those shadows. And I have like one image as well here. It wasn't like totally perfect, but I use this as well with ChatGPT, and you could see like, okay, this is your X, your essence. I'm just pointing to the star. And all around that, you have like little distractions, little traps, little, let me not stay true. Let me indulge in something that is not true. But so the more that you focus on your X, on your North Star, it will illuminate those shadows. And then the practice is still the same. Stay focused on the light. And by staying focused on that light, not suppressing that darkness, you will automatically illuminate those shadows until those shadows start to dissolve as well. Let me see. I feel like there might be one last thing which I want to share to tie this all together. Yeah, let's just all take a deep breath to just relax, to let this naturally land. Because all that I'm saying, to whatever extent this might resonate, you already know this deep down inside of you. So you don't have to remember anything from this. It will be naturally integrated in your being. So just take a breath with me. Relax everything. Give it back to Source, to God, or whatever is in charge. And notice the clarity, the lucidity, the aliveness that is always here, that is always already free. And listen also closely to if you feel a certain calling, certain vibrational essence inside of your consciousness right now that is just lighting up. It's like the pulse, it's like the beating heart of your soul, something that's calling for your attention. Like a beacon. It's the beacon of your spirit. It's God calling you back home. The essential message of this video is to pay attention again to that beacon, to that calling, and to put more attention, focus, and devotion into that beacon until it's clear what is being asked of you by your higher self. Until you have a clear, direct line with your higher self. And there's just one law, there's just one way, there's just one game. And that is your most truest, most exciting game, cutting edge, that you came here to play, to live your wildest dreams, and to share in the joy and the love and the light of this creation and of being the creator. There's so much joy, there's so much rapture, bliss, and joy in all of that. So it's time to awaken to your calling, to invest consciously to create your life in such a way so that all of your attention, all of your power is invested into your calling, your source, into the truth. That's it for today's video. Many more to come. I'll be practicing this as well myself to train my focus, to train truly the only power that there is, the power of attention, the power of decision, of choosing, of focus. And let that be our transformer. Allow that to purify us, to dissolve us, for us all to become more transparent to what is always already working magically in our favor, in our highest good. Just have to get out of the way and allow this essence, allow this truth to come forth naturally. Stay true, my friend. Play the game wholeheartedly and truthfully. Bye-bye.